I remember, I remember this one time. I was in Oregon. At this one time, they had like an ice storm, right? And and you gotta understand, I'm from Cali. I'm from Dago, right? And we don't get snow where I'm from. You feel what I'm saying? None of that ice storm, none of that snow, none of that four seasons type shit, right? So one day I woke up, I looked outside, it was all white and all frozen. Everything was frozen, right? I said, damn, what the fuck going on around here, right? And then so I went out to the car. I went out to my car and I didn't know that you can't it's hard to drive on ice. You feel me? I didn't know that shit. I'm from Cali, gang. I thought whatever you see on TV, then that's what you do. And on TV, I see motherfuckers driving in the snow. I didn't know that it was ice. I thought it was just snow, right? Bro, I pulled out the garage. I reversed out the garage, and I got out to the street and I started driving. My car started sliding. I had to press the brake, and I didn't understand what was going on. I was like, what the fuck going on? How come my car is sliding like this? I didn't know that the street was ice. You feel me? Because I came from the garage out. So I'm like, I'm sliding everywhere. I get to the stop sign at the end of the street. I turn the corner, and the whole car just sliding. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And then I start looking around. I'm the only motherfucker out there. I'm busting donuts. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to drive. I'm sliding. I'm going crazy, right? And then finally, I end up like, my car ended up like T-boning into the middle of the street. And then I was just like looking all crazy, right? And then I was in front of this white dude's house. And that motherfucker came outside. He said, hey. He said, you all right? Man, I instantly locked the door. Boop, boop, boop. Right? I was like, man, what's happening? And he was like, I see you don't got no chains on your tires. And he's like, I got an extra pair of chains. I can hook you up. You know what I'm saying? Let's just get your car into my driveway. Let's get your car into my garage. I like, hell nah. I like, nah, bro, I'm good. And he looking at me like I'm crazy, right? He's like, are you serious? He's like, it's very dangerous out here. I said, man, as I can see, he said, are you from Oregon? I said, nah, I'm from Cali, gang. He's like, look. He's like, I got an extra set of chains. You can have them. You know what I'm saying? Let me put them on your tires for you, and you'll be okay. You got to drive around with chains on your tires. And I said, look, I'm good. I said, in my head, I'm like, you ain't gonna get me, partner. This is just how that shit works, like in a movie. That was like a whole movie script. Ex-gangster, ex-convict, from Cali, from the hood, goes to Oregon, experiences his first ice storm, doesn't know no better, drives outside in his car and starts slipping and sliding, and ends up getting snatched up by a friendly neighbor serial killer. Go ahead and give that to Hollywood right now. That's a good ass plot. That's a good ass storyline, right? And so that motherfucker was tripping out, and I was like, nah, buddy, I'm good. I'm gonna drive my car home with no chains. He said, it's dangerous and you can get in trouble. I said, man, I'm good. and then so I had the window rolled up. The car is like, this is the street. My car is like this in the street, facing his house. You feel me? This is the street. My car's in the middle of the street like this, gang. That motherfucker slid sideways, right? I got the doors locked, the windows rolled all the way the fuck up. He's outside the window talking to me through the window. I'm in the car talking to him through the car. And this motherfucker said, hold up, right? He went in the house, gang. He went in the house. I'm in the car trying to reverse that bitch, trying to get that shit straight, trying to, you know what I'm saying? Trying to slowly move, right? This fool come running out the house with a cup of with the apple cider, right? This motherfucker came out running out the house with a cup of apple cider. He said, He said, here, knocking on the window, I got a cup of apple cider for you. I said, nah, I'm good. This fool was tripping out. And he was tripping out on me, gang. He's like, what's wrong with this fool, right? He's like, you don't want this apple cider? He said, I got a whole pot of apple cider. He said, I was supposed to have some people over today, and I made a whole pot of apple cider, but nobody could come over because of the ice storm. So there's plenty of this apple cider. You know what I'm saying? You can have it. I can give you even more. I can give you a jug to take home with you. Just try it. I'm in the car like, no, thank you. I'm in the car in the middle of the street. No, thank you. All right. And he was like, well, can you at least try it? I said, no, not trying to. And then that fool was like, all right, fine. And he ran back in the house, and I'm still trying to leave, right? You gotta understand, the car is sliding, gang. Like, everything that I'm doing, I'm trying not to hit other cars, like people's parked cars and shit. And then when it slides, you have no control. You can literally slide into somebody's car. Boom, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to, like, be real, and it's thick. So I'm trying to, like, be real fucking smart and maneuver this bitch, right? And trying to get the fuck out of here, right? This motherfucker ran back in the house, came back out with a jug. Come running back out with a jug full of apple cider and said, hey, here, give this to your family. I'm sitting in the car like, hey, this fool don't understand that I got a phobia of cereal. I'm like, bruh. I said, no, thank you. I don't want that motherfucker, right? He's like, you don't want to give this to your family. He said, if you don't want it, I got a whole pot. It's just all gonna go to waste. Like, give it to your family. I'm pretty sure your family will like it. I don't got no family, partner. I told that motherfucker, I said, I don't got no family. It's just me. You know what I'm saying? I don't got nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's just me, fam. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm out of here. You feel me? And then I was able to maneuver a little bit more. And I got past his house, probably like 3 houses down, past his house, right? And I couldn't go no more. It was just too dangerous, right? It was just slipping and sliding, right? So I pulled over, and I was sitting there in the car. And I was just like, fuck, bro. Fuck am I going to do? Am I going to sit in this motherfucker, or am I going to walk home, right? And then as I was sitting there, I started thinking, because I got this car from my sister's friend, and she was from Oregon, right? I started thinking, I said, I wonder if she got some fucking tire chains in the trunk. I'm pretty sure she might have it, you know what I mean? So I went and popped the trunk, and there was a box of those tire chains in there, right? So I was like, oh yeah, we in the game now, right? But the problem was, I never put no tire chains on a car before. You know what I'm saying? I had no idea what the fuck I was doing, right? So I was sitting on the ground next to the tire, trying to put the tire chains on the motherfucking tire, and that shit's like hella confusing, gang. Like, I don't know which way it go this way, that way. I don't know how to hook that bitch up. So I'm sitting there trying to figure this shit out, and I'm sitting on the sidewalk side. I'm sitting on the curb in front of the tire, trying to hook this bitch up, right? And what do you know? The motherfucking friendly neighbor. I'm talking about, I parked like 3 houses down from this fool. This motherfucker come out of his house. I don't know if he's watching the street. I don't know if he got a camera. I don't know what the fuck he doing, right? And this motherfucker come, and I don't even see him coming. I'm just sitting there trying to put this shit on a motherfucking tire. He's like, hey, you need help? He's like, hey, you need help? It looks like you don't know what you're doing. I look back, this fool scared the shit out of me, right? Oh! I immediately jumped up. I jumped up. I like, yeah. I like, yeah. I like, yeah, man, I know what I'm doing, right? He like, don't worry about it. He's like, I'll do it. I know what I'm doing. You're from California. I'm from Oregon. I've been doing this all my life, right? And I started doing it. And the thing was, I thought that the chain, the tire chain, where the fuck, I thought that you had to like, put it on the ground. I thought you had to put some of it on and then drive your car, and then so it'll wrap around the whole entire tire, right? But that wasn't the case. The dude, he was able to put it on and he didn't have to move my car at all. He just put it on to where it's just on the tire, but not the full thing. It was just weird the way it hooked up, right? So when I saw that he had put one, and he didn't need me to move my car, I got my ass in the car. I left that fool. He put on one. I was like, hey, there go the other three. He went to go get the other three. I went in the car and locked the door. I sat in that motherfucking car. I was like, all right, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Go handle that shit for me. You friendly asshole, fucker. I don't trust your ass, right? So that fool did all 4 tires. And he's like, I did it. I said, all right, thank you. And then he had the box that holds the tire chains. So this motherfucker busted the box up. At first, he's like, I got it. I did it. I was like, all right, thank you. So I started my car engine. I get ready to take off. He runs. Hey, hold up. I said, what? He said, what about your box? You don't want your box? I said, oh. Because I'm like, man, I ain't going to roll down the window or unlock the door for this fool, right? So I popped the trunk. Boop. I said, hey, just throw it in the trunk. Can you throw it in the trunk for me? He's like, all right. Threw it in the trunk, and I took off. I was rolling. I was like, this shit crazy, gang.